Yeah, I don't like the way we can't, right? We can't see the bottom over here. I'm happy I'm wearing this shirt. Silence in the day. I'd probably be better going on somebody else's live, eh? What do you think? I usually like to talk to my cat. Let me see if I can find my cat right now. Other camera's not on. Don't know why. I think I knocked it off. Let me see where the cat is. Ooh, the computer screen is on. I don't know why. It should have been off. I don't like that. Ooh, I don't know if that's on. Looks bright outside. No cat. How you doing? Has anybody been here before? Does anybody know what I like to talk about or things that I like to do? Is there a reason you stopped here? Are you inquisitive? Do you have a question? Would you like to come up on the panel? I'm going to try and handle this a little bit different. I'm into learning something new, and I usually take this at my own speed. And let me tell you one thing. When it comes to the rabbit and the tortoise, I'm both. How are you, Denny Nans? Joined, Meslis Purist joined. Are you in and out? Do you know what I talk about? You might like what I talk about. This is One Piece, right? This is One Piece. But does anybody out here, and I'm just going to keep going, ABC, ABC, ABC. This channel is as easy as ABC. Si tu parles en français, if you are French, si tu aimes bien embarquer sur le panneau, puis demander des questions, de pas être gêné, okay, come up on the panel. If you want to ask me a question, what is it about the ABC? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Oh my God, I have no likes. I was the first one to like me. Look at me go with all my likes. And even as I tap, oh yeah, there it goes. I see it going up. There you go. Oh yeah, I'm liking myself. Oh yeah, I like my content. You know why? Because it got me 20 years. It got 20 years of my life, this content that I'm doing right now. What I'm doing right now is just what began 20 years ago. I have to put this straighter in the back. I want to put this straighter. How can I straighten this out? Yeah. I misplaced one of my puzzle pieces. So do I put a nickel, a dime, a quarter, or a penny? Oh, yeah, I think the penny's good. Okay, I like the penny. So my next pieces I'll be working on, but not here, is about kin, the uninal, which I like to think of as, I shouldn't even be jumping into that, right? Before I even jump into what do I know about the Maya, the Mayan, the Aztec, the Atlan? Not too much. Not too much. How are you, Wadak? How are you here? I'm going to say, I don't know, when I say, is it Wadak? If it was a what a duck, what a duck, a duck. See the way I'm ducking? Look at that up there, right? You see that over here? That side and that side. Where am I? I'm in the middle. Stuck in the middle of you, you know what I'm saying? And if I can see more of the screen, you can see actually what the screen looks like. Woo! 1901 friends not watching, so that's okay. So I put this up and I started looking at what are the name days. And then I said to myself, I'm having a problem. A human being with a pen, okay, decided that 25,000 years ago that this meant this. But is it our archaeology today, or has it been passed on? What were the steps to find out it was the kin? I like to see it. Maybe I'm not doing enough steps. That's why I'm here for others to do the same step. Because in the kin, which is 1, okay, which represents 20 uni-nals, which represents 360 ton, which represents 7,200 katan, which represents a buckton of 144. Now, if I understand this correctly, what is 1 kin? Is 1 kin 144,000? Is that what the equivalent is? See, this is what we do. What does one of my friends say? I do the research, I analyze, and through the analytical and observant, there are words that are created like in analytical. So now optical. And as we move these words around, these letters around, giving different definitions, there's also different associations with other words, like in analytical and optical. They both end with TICAL. So in analytical, we can put an analytic. And then we can stop at optic. And then we'll only have the IC, the TIC and the TIC. So the TIC is the word tick. Is it TIC and tick, or is it TIC and tick? Or is it TICK for tick and the talk? Right, and that would be 29 and 3. 29 and 3 equaling to 32. And you add on the K, it equals to 43, creates a corridor between 3 and 4. The tick, from a TIC to a TICK. 1 is 3 letters, right, equals to 3 by 10 plus 2. And the other one is 4 letters, 4 by 10 plus 3. So it's actually perfect for its own relevance. Do you follow what I'm saying? There's 11 difference between the two. So 1 equals 5, 1 equals 7, becomes male to female. It's a connection. The tick with the C and the K is a connection. So that K is, in this situation, is showing me a connection on 11. And we went up 2 levels with K. You go up 1 level with J. J10, K11, L12. With L or Pisces, you go up 3 levels with Pisces. Check it out. Check this out. Let's start, 35. All right. 35 plus 12 equals to 47. So we went from 8 to 3 to 2. We went from 8 to 3 to 2. 5 and 3 is 8, right? When we went up to the next level, we went down 5, right? Minus 5 or plus 5? How's everybody doing? For me, very emotional. Very emotional. Everything's emotional. It's just, check this out. Check this out. Let me take off the back for a second. Let me take this off. But hold on a second. Let me just check this out. Do you remember what I said? Let's just pick any number. So I don't know how in the world I just did it off the top of my head. Okay. I just picked 35. Okay. This is in the heart of numbers. Now, when I go up 12, okay, I will move into a mutable position. But when I move up, check this out. 8, 3 plus 5 8. 8 minus 5, 3. How about 8 plus 5? Whoop, hold on a second. That was 4. Plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. So we have 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. But 3 plus 4 only equals 7. 3 plus 5 does equal to the 8. So when we do it the other way around, it shows you this base of alpha, beta, 1 and 2 coming together to create. The thing about 8 and 3, right, is the way to create that is through what is 11 and 22. These master numbers are going to create what is in the single digit of 8 and 3, and they will represent the cube. Now, do I make this stuff up? I find where it comes from, and I share it with you. That's all it is. This is about association and understanding how things come to formation. But anyways, just to jump off that to show you something else about this, it just so happens that 7 times 5 equals 35. 7 plus 5 equals to 12. And that's that equation. This is going to represent the cube, this number 7 and number 5. And it changes. Okay, there's different, gematria has a multitude of different, of one word equaling to a multitude of numbers with relevant stories that connect to it. For instance, if you look A, B, C, D, right? You would say big deal, right? A, B, C, D, right? But when you look at it in numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you look at it in dots, then you begin to ask yourself questions. 1, let me see if I have this over here. Oh, I'm all over the place, of course. That's me. All over the place. All over the place, but when I aim, it's like right there. I can hear it. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. Oh, there's so many things going on. So much going on. So much going on. Just want to see which way we're going to go. Valentine's Day, 45th day of the year, 321 days remain. Yeah, so before we get to the alphabet, I just wanted to stop here. I'm leaving on a jet plane, Jesus, energy, and time. I am leaving at 7:47, 420 minutes, and 47 minutes equals 467 minutes, G-O-D. Wow, that was a big snuffle by the dog, right? So that's just pretty ironic, 7:47. Now, what is 7:47? Are there 2 gateways, right, into what is 4? Would you think the 4 is this way? If you're coming from that side, and they're coming from that side, and I did 1, 2, 3. Why did I do 1, 2, 3? The V, and then the V. What does that mean? To the left side, to the right side, and in the center. 1, 2, 3. And then the other V. To the left side, to the right side, and the center. And they would call that a W. 2 lives coming, joining as one, crossing over. Not because what I say, but when you're connecting it with these dots and dashes, this is where the dictation comes in. A, B, C, D equals to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4 is J10. In this situation, what happens is once you get to D, everything ends. Now you get to J. What's missing? E, F, G, H, I. Two different stories going on in the same game. Two different stories going on in the same game. Two different stories going on in the same game. What's going on in this world? What is 9/11? How come number 13? What is it with number 33? What about 666? Who are the Aztec or the Mayan or Sumerians, the Anunnaki? What is or could be a planet? What is a moon? What is a solar system? What is a universe? What is a word? What is the alphabet? If I back up to what is the alphabet is history brought forward in time. And to better understand the passing of time, they've added on letters along the way like crutches to keep us aware, to keep us awake, for the etymology of the word. But not only the etymology of a word, before it became that, it was the dots and the dashes. Driving the car, which way are the wheels going? What's in transition in your transmission? Is it a differential? Is there a clutch? Is it a V8? Is it a V6, hexagon and octagon? Was it Ford Mustang? Or was it an import? Now, anything that comes from this port or that port, did you know that in French, a port is a door? So my question would be, when you import, does that have anything to do with I am the port? I am the door? Im bringing the letters I am together. Should we have the letter I am together? When you do join two words together, what is that supposed to say? And it's ironic because you're joining actually like a very, you can join I've together and I'm together, reducing to two letters. The I've is a three letters, 22, 27, and 936. This one is a 9 and 13. 9 and 13 would be A-E-I-O-U. The I does not inverse. So what, this is very funny because it's not the first time I've seen this. Since the I reverts back to the I, when you invert an M, you only go to the N. Therefore, what is I'm is also in. I'm in. Possibly, I don't like to speak about it, it is the 14th and the 13th letter equaling to 27. So they are, I don't know if you want to call them, the major portal of the string is met between M and N. If I held it this way, it'd be N and M. And if I held it this way, it'd be N and M. Right? So if I switch the sides of it, right, it means the 13th letter on the right is coming around to the third, right? The 13th letter on the right is coming into its 14th position, but the 14th position enters into the 13th position. So I'm going to crisscross. I can either crisscross and put the 13th and 14th position here and lock horns. Or would I do this, or this, right? Or this, and have an S letter catching me in the front here, going around here and catching me here. That's what the S would do. See, that's what it would look like. And the S would hook up. They call it a coupling. And the trains do this, right? So right now, so far with all the algorithms I found, all the perfectness of this entire system that we live, okay, all the stories that it's telling me about the Atlantis, the Antaland, the Tartaria, all communications, what they can call beneath the ocean floor. But the question is, which floor? Right? Does the ant, okay, I can see the ceiling, right? But when I look at the sky, they also call that the ceiling. So how do I not know that the pillars, that the 3 or 4 pillars that are out there okay, are places to eviate that are holding up this hexagonal cage for the mindset. Right? You ever see that game you can pull open and put the different shapes in? So what happened to my water? I'm going to have to go back and get my water. So when we look at this, we have A, B, C, D equals to 10. I'm showing you that what's missing is E, F, G, H, I. But what I'm going to do is A, B, C, D. And the reflection of this is actually F, G, H, I. Except here, it's 10. Here, it's 30. So there's going to be 11 through 29 is going to fit inside there. 11, 11. 11, 10, 11, right? 30 backwards, 29, okay? It'll be 11 through 29, bringing equality above and below. It's the house of 1/3, where 3 is perfect. Now, if you want to go and look at the other association where we do not use the D, we do not use the E, and we do not use the F. To understand where those are, that is numbers 4, 5, and 6. It also says the Fed. It is the Fed that will connect, okay, and reflect what is the Mayan numerics of 7 and 13, also reflecting the deck of cards. And reflecting our alphabet, and I'm going to explain that soon. So when we look at this one over here, this one is a 4-to-1 difference. ABC reflection GHI. 24 and 6, 4-to-1 difference, 1/4. Here it's 10 and 30. Here it's 1/3. 3-to-1 and 4-to-1. The corridor is between 3 and 4. We have to understand the association of these letters. Now, when you get 4 by 27 equals to 108. 3 by 27 equals to 81. 81, 108, same numbers. By coincidence? Well, why 2 and not 4? Well, half and half. We're a joint venture. We're only 2. And 1. Our connection, right? It's, how can I say, we have the one pole that connects. We only come here like this, and then we're joined with this. I'm not sure what it means. Does it have to do just with up here? What part of that construction is it? Is it crossing over this way, that way, and then crossing back over, and then crossing back over again? Because that's what I'm seeing through some of the artwork and the numbers, which is 2424. And there's a complete association. Does anybody see this? 500, 1,000, 1,500. If you're playing Monopoly, you only get 1,500. Well, D in Roman numerals is 500, right? So I'm playing around. But at the same time, when you see this, you see all these lines going through the center? Take a good look. Those lines to the center is what is the M letter. When it runs on the angle and gives you the heartbeat, it gives you, what is it? Here is the highest point, right? And here is down the lowest point of the W. This is also what is the R letter. Just look above. It's the letter R. It's the letter R. And even when I move it all the way to the top, let me see if I can do this. Upside down, it's the letter R. Every time you see one of these lines, let's say here, that would be the R. And then you can see it again. The R is the 2 lines going up here, and then over here, the 2 lines going down and then up again. And then when they join, you can see they join through the M. The R letter is also noted to what is noted to be not the radius. Okay, what is it that goes across? When they is the radius what goes across, or isn't that the diameter? Isn't the radius this way? That's funny. They use the R for. That's funny. They don't use the N inside radius yet. Everything to do with the sun is inside this word. Why? I don't know. Third, I don't know. So anyways, we'll leave that out for now. So when we're going to cross this way, we use the 18 or 180. When we're going down this way, we use the 90. So to support, I mean, everybody's seen this before, right? You've seen this before? You put that together, that's the letter M. You put that together, that's the letter M. This is the V. To the left side, to the right side. Equal above to what is joining below. When I surpass over here, do you see this? When I surpass over here, this is an equilateral line. Okay, one of them. There's two different kinds. There's this one here I just want to show you. There's this one. Here, it moves between the area space, one by continuous, a continuous flow inside of here. I can also do this going up. This area space does not happen with this. If it was going to happen, we have a separation right over here. Let me do this better so I can explain it properly. By the law that I did of this paper, by the law of rational correlation, right? And my perspective, and I need to ask others to judge if that looks right, is that in order to have equality, I meet at the fine point over here. In order to be 100%, I will follow this line or I will go corner to corner. I'm not going to go straight through the center and guess where the center is. But if I did want to guess, I would do this. So I find the center to the left and to the right. This cannot happen here. And if this happened here, it would have to look like this. It would have to look like this. Why? Same area space. I need to cover this area space as much as I need to cover that area space. I need to do it within its own heart space. So I join it within its own heart space. Now, can I do this all the way down? Well, I did it down and across. I did the whole thing. Is there any other way to do it? Yeah, I can start on this side. So that this is going to have another, I don't know what I don't know what they call it. Okay. But this is how I need to join the left and the right. This is where Mars gate comes in. Why? Mars is the window of a 2x2, right? 2x2x2 Mars. 2x2x2 equals to 8 Mars. Also, Mars is numeric value 51. Mars is also part of the dog system. And I don't like to say that because it's part of the dog and cat system. It holds both, it retains both within. It gets both numbers. Earth also, the numeric value, hold on a second, for Earth is 52. Actually, Mars comes in here. Earth comes in here. This is 9, this is 4. Why? 2x2x2, 8. 3x3x3, 27. 2 and 7 is 9. We have 8 and 9. We have 8 and 9 is 17. 17th letter is Q. I can move this box here, the 4 here, just like that. 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 I have 4 of these inside of here. But I will never use more than 3 at a time. So I might cover up everything, but not cover up this one. Then I won't cover up this one. Then I won't cover up this one, and I won't cover up this one, and I won't cover up 1973. At one point or another, I will cover up 3 or 4, but I will not cover up 1973, each one differently. When I do not ignite this, okay, when I don't ignite this one over here or any one of them, it breaks up the 10 connection and leaves it either with a 9, a 1, a 3, or a 7. This rotation is the A, B, C, A, B, D, A, C, D, B, C, D. 6, 7, 8, 9, and the whole association is whereas A, B, C, D is 10. So here you have F, G, H, and I. When you create through your bottom half, you create 6, 7, 8, and then your 9 birth. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3, equals to what is 6 and 9. So far, so good. Now, I still have a lot. I'm going to be writing tomorrow. I'm going to be in the car, so I'm going to try and see if I can write this all out. That we came to J. When I came to D, E, F, G. Yeah, E, F, G. I just have to write that down. Everything on one page. E, F, G, H, I is missing. E is the. What did I do with my phone? I'm running upstairs to get just like a little munch or something. Give me a minute. The number 5 here. See, I use these 3, A, B, C, and then these 3 here. And that's where we get 4 to 1. These 3 of A, B, C, right? These 3, the A, B, C equals to 6 with an average of 2, right? It's very important. The average of 2 times 9 equals to 18. So the highest number I'm going to be able to get is A9, B18, and C is going to get me 27. C9 equals 27. The next number we're going to get is over here, 7, 8, and 9, right? 7, 8, and 9, G, H, and I equals to 24. And the average, okay, is 8, which is 2 times 4 equals to 8. And that's what gives you your separation between the lower house, okay, and the in-between house. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 and 6. And this is where that 7th gate comes in. This is where these cubes come in. This is only one face of a cube. Let me see if I have to have I carry around all the time. And 6 sides, 9 to a face. Have you ever asked yourself a question? Why PQRS? Pourquoi WX, Z, W, X, Y, Z? Pourquoi WX, Y, Z? Why 4 here and everyone else 3? The R, okay, is the only letter. The R, the family of R is the I and R associated with 4 and 7, G and D, D and G. 7 months and 4 months of 30 days and 7 months of 31 days. So if R and I have something in common, is there anything in common here with number 6? Here, these are all mutables, but the 7 is an air sign. The 4 is a water sign. Not the same thing. 4 months out of the year. Okay, think of it about the water sign. 30 days creates 11 and 28, right? This is a huge number. 24 times 74 is 1776. You know, if you play enough with the numbers, you will see what is going on, right? Did I say that right? 24 by 74? Right. And 148? Yeah. And then 222? Yeah. 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 You know that number, right? You know that number, right? Okay, so we did that, and then we didn't add in the E. No, I have to go. I have to take a teeny weeny break because so these. So let me see. The R fits in with the I is 9 and 9, and the O is 6, and the X is 6. So that might be okay. Maybe we're going to get I and R to what is 4 and 9 to what is. Why would it be 7 and 6? Would it be 7 and 6? Yeah, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use Y and O. Y is 7, O is 6. I can also use X and O, which will be 6 and 6. Let me see another one. Hold on a second. 8 and 4. Hold on. I and R is 4 and 9. Hold on. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. It's 4 and 7. And this one is 6 and 9. 6 and 9. Okay. Well, obviously, I already knew this. Okay. I'm going to be back in a few minutes. Everybody's left already. Okay, I'm going to be back. Oh, imagine I've been here 20. You know, it's funny. I've been here 20 years. 20 years. And we've got 3 as an audience. Nobody's that lucky. Okay, let's see if I can walk up the stairs. If you have any questions, I'm here. Wow, 76 messages I didn't see. Okay, so the reason I brought this up, and I'm going to be looking in here, how many days is the what is it? The kin. So let me look at this myself. I don't even remember where it was. Oh, I want to do this piece also. Again, was anybody here today? Who's that? Monroe, how you doing, Monroe? Yes. Okay, here it is. Okay, let me look this up. How many days in the Mayan or Aztec kin? Okay, so the kin represents one day. I just want to see. Uni now. Okay, hold on a second. How many days is a uni now? How many days is a uni now? Wow. I'm asking how many days is a uni now, and they're telling me a university degree is 15 to 18 months. Wow. Wow, they keep giving me urinal. I put in the exact word. How to measure days in Mayan time. What are the different ones? Kin, Yun, Now, Tan, Katun, and Baktun. Oh, Yui now. I made a mistake. Oh, I knew there was a mistake to this whole thing. You, I now. Wow, I like that. You know. Okay, okay. 20 days. A ton, okay, is 18 Yui nows. Right, right. 20 by 18 equals to 360. And then it goes by 20. A ton equals to 360. And then they double that up by 20 again. And then they double it up by 20 again. It seems like everything seems, after the 18, everything seems to work by 20. That's the same way as Rubik's Cube. And then a Katun is 7,200. It's the same thing as running, just give me a second with the music, I'm off tune. A tetrahedron. And when we get to 360 days, I think that's also going to revert. It's not going to be the hexahedron. The hexahedron is what is 6 times ton. So that would end up to be, wow, that's 6 years. Does anybody follow what I'm saying with this? Okay, so check this out. Okay, 360 days times 6 equals 2160. 2160 is the size, or is what the shape is, of the hexahedron, which is 3 times what is the tetrahedron. We run everything in our rotation, which is the hexagon. Well, that's why I guess they call it the hexahedron, which is actually 6 by 360, and it's only 6. Binary only runs 6. Numbers repeat. 1, double it. 2, double, 4, double it. 8, double it. 16, 1 and 6 is 7. Number 5 gets 7. Whoa. All right. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. Okay, that's where it ends. It ends at the beginning. We start over here. So imagine if I was just counting with the fingers and not using in between the fingers. The minute I would count 6, I would go back to 1 again. And then I go, all right, I go 6, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 again. See how many rotations it took for me to get back to it? That's that numeric truth. We cannot change a numeric reality in an equation. It's just basic. It is what it is. That equation, as long as we keep using it in the same way, it becomes the equation of its reality. I mean, we're going to go and count 3 minutes. But the seconds are going to go twice as long as they should go. But the minutes, they'll be the same. A sort of semi-connected, my brother-in-law's brother has a watch shop. And I sent him the other day, how many gears does it take to rotate the 3 arms? And he said to me, 28. I didn't ask him about the poles, because we can have more than 1 gear on each pole. And this is going to help me and maybe others understand which way is the pole going, right? Remember, we might have gears doing this, and then we might have a couple of gears doing this. The gears that do this will be going this way and might be turning a gear on a higher level. I don't know. I never looked in a watch, but I'm really intrigued to go ahead and look into the watch. I prefer older than newer. So again, we're back to why the Mayan, why all of this. I haven't done a complete study on what is 20 other than Rubik's Cube, okay? Has 18, 12 on the edge. If I point to here, 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 and here, that's what you call an edge. If I point to the corner, the corner, the corner, the corner, or the corner, that's what I call a corner. Every corner, multiply it by 3. 4 by 3 is 12. And then count every edge by 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 and 12 equals to 20. So every face, every surface equals to 20. The other thing you can say is, look at Rubik's Cube. It has 8 corners and it has 12 edges, equals to 20. Yes, so I left something out there. With the four corners, right, you're going to have edges on each one. So a flat face that way will give you 3, 6, 9, 12, and 8, 20. Then there's going to be one to the center. So when you look at this, here, 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 and here, looking at Rubik's Cube, there's going to be 3 colors, 3 colors, 3 colors, 3 colors, 3, 6, 9, 12. Here's going to be 2 colors, 2 colors, 2 colors, 2 colors, 2 colors, 2 colors is 8. 8 and 12 is 20. Plus 1 in the center, 21. Does that have any bearing on what reality? What reality will it have a bearing on, right? 21, there's 21 dots on a cube. What was the other thing on that? So if there's 6 sides to this for the same situation of that reality, for everybody telling its own story, that would be 6 by 21 equals to 126. 2160 is what the hexahedron is. 2160, 6 by 6 by 6, the diameter of the moon. 2160, 2160, hold on a second. 63 and 63 is 126. So that would be the twin creation inside of Mars. Singularity in one moon, duality in 2 moons. Earth and Mars coming together, 189. Or what is 9 and 9? 63, 63, 63, 180. You can put 189. 18th and 19th letter is where the equator meets of 360, right, at 18 and 18. But when you crisscross the 18 over each other, right, onto the 19th, when you crisscross, when I go onto your side and you come onto my side only has 18, your side only has 18, I go one more, you go one more, you go 19, I go 19. It doesn't mean there's more in the whole game, but you came onto my side. So we overlapped. Yeah, 48 total for, so I made that mistake before, yes. There's 24 colors, okay, to the corners, and there's 24 to the edge colors. There's 12 edge colors by 2. There's 8 corner colors by 3. 24 and 24 is 48. And there's 6 hearts for 54. And then the universal joint in the center that helps the cube turn. One area connects 6. So if you came here on day 6, then you're connected by the breath and they never let you go. The sun equals to number 54. Number 48 equals to SON. Number 54 equals to SUN. Number 48 equals to ring. Number 48 equals to buy. Number 48 equals to sell. 4 by 8, 4 plus 8, 32 and 12, 44. The house of Abraham, the birth through Pluto. You are the PLU. You are more than that, you know. Time to like myself. This is the liking hour. 9:53. We have to take a look at something. Oh, what's that? That must be, what's that? I thought you were fake. I thought you were fake. I know that sock. Wait a second. Where's the other one? That's like underneath the table. Oh, okay. So, okay, no more fooling around. I'm going to keep this nice and short. Almost time for bed. So, when I was looking at the name days, I'm looking at, they're going, one day starts with a K, and it's 3 letters. And then there's 20 days, and that's 5 letters. And then completion of 360 degrees, 360 days was the T letter. Then they went back to the K letter, and then they went to the B letter. You see, the thing about their entire, the 11th letter, the 9th letter, the 21st letter, the 9th letter. This one here is part of a creation from this one here. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. The second letter, 11, 1 and 1 is 2. 11, 1 and 1 is 2. The second letter. Every single one has a relationship or a connection. The AA, what does it mean? I don't know what it means yet. I'm still building on it. When the K's come together, okay, this is going to be inside the pound in the doghouse. These two over here in the doghouse. This is the A. This is the I. This is the birth. The one, is it the one day of birth? And everything else has to do with its association? Should we bring 1 with this one over here? Or is there anything else in between? Because usually I like to bring first with last, and then this one with this one. And then this one would be in the center. But regardless of this, anything that weighs a ton, right? So this is 3 letters, 81 minus 34 equals to 47. Is that right? 14 and 9, 23, 33, 34, and 47. Okay, so the opposite of this is 47, which could be God, which could be 47. The angel, it's actually what's in control of rotation. 1 between anything is in control of everything. Do you know that? If you begin with this, or you begin with this, there's a difference. There's a slight difference between the two. I'm just going to show you. This is number, let me put this at 1. Then there's 8, 16, 24, 32. No, this one here, and then there's this one here. This is 4, this is 12, and this is 20. This is 1, and then this is 8, and then this is 15. Oh yeah, it works out beautiful. In the third realm of this board, which is a corner, when this comes here, this will be at the picture frame. What does that mean? I'll show you in a minute. When this one comes here, this is going to be a heart position. When I go into the third position over here, the first one has a 1 in the center. There'll be 8 around this one over here. And then around this one over here, okay, there's going to be 16 going around over here. So it becomes 1, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. And this one's going to be 4, 12, 20, 28. This one's going to be showing me purple because of the 4 and 12 in pool. This one's going to show me 1 and 8 equaling to 9. And it's going to show me the yellow in the game of pool. When it comes to other games, yeah, I was just looking up that. I'm gonna study this also to understand that. And if you can notice that between the corridor 3 and 4 is 11, is this the way we're supposed to interpret this? Or is this 31 and 41 or 13 and 14, which is the heart of the alphabet? Also the connection, okay, between the sun and the moon. Also your trinity, your ABC, with your ABCD, again, in association. The 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, the 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 will equal to what is your 7 and your 9. Do you remember before we looked at 7 and 9? It showed 4 letters on each, unlike any other one. Also to note that when you're counting in the 70s in French, or you're counting in the 90s in French, you are going to be saying 11 through 19. The French will say 11 through 19, the alternate way of saying it. They're going to say 19. They're going to say 10-9 added inside of the word. They're going to say 4 by 20 and 11 and 12. Another thing to do with that 11, did you know that on the 305th day of the year, if it was a Tuesday, there would be no election until the 8th day of the 11th month of every 4th year. Have we ever gone over that yet? I'm just leaning back in my space over here, just thinking about the delta faucet, the delta angle, the Aztec, also Atlantis sunk under the ocean, like the delta faucet, opening and closing communication centers from the beneath the ocean floors. And who says beneath the ocean floors isn't up there? We have no idea. We have no idea of this contorted place we're in. Do you know in a video game, there's a lot you can do in a video game, okay? And don't count yourself out because you don't know. You don't know. But what you do know is that it's 100% possible. You just don't know how. So how are you sure that it's possible? Well, is there plasma? Yes. Oxygen? Yes. Protons and neutrons and electrons? Yes, yes, yes. Do you know the science to do it? No? Okay. Yeah. I gotta go. I'm gonna be back. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I'll be back. Make it like that. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'm putting on music so I don't leave you alone. Give me a couple of minutes. Let me leave this here with this. Drop it. Yeah, what's up? What happened? The other one comes as a two-type. Warmer is true. It's a Pokemon first ones. So we have 3 Pokemon senses. So far, we have 3 Pokemon senses. Yes, we're waiting on 7 more. Yes. Well, I mean, like, right? Sure. So we should be getting 1 actually go to the office, 2 go to FedEx, 1 to an engineer, Lindsay, Arthur, Ben, Jordy's dad. Here's the office, 1 to the engineer. Come on. Oh, I gotta move the puzzle piece. Oh boy. Okay, so let's see where we are. I don't like to drag anybody through this, but I'm tired. I can't stay up, so I went to get something that I shouldn't have gotten, but okay. Before I do that, I wanted to speak. I mentioned this. Yeah, just 1 second. Part of the master numbers. Male, female. 7 joins 5 and 5. Power, sky. Pass, Christ. The heart of the cube, electric company, also to what is 11 and 12, Aquarius and Pisces. Also connected to Gemini and Leo. 1 plus 2, 1 plus 4, 6 plus 6, 7 plus 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. Different ways to create that association. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 equals to 1 and 2 equals to 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 and 4 is 8. The 33 of the master numbers created within inside what is noted to be the male, the bar mitzvah, and the bat mitzvah. What is 5775? The heart of the electric moon. Our alphabet has 26 letters. The Mayan calendar, or Sanskrit, has, let me use this over here, has a 260 days, equivalent to 260. So what is 260? The second half of our alphabet equals to 260. What does that mean? When you add up 14 all the way to 26, it equals to 260. The average is 20. When you add up 1 through 13, it equals to 91. The average is 7. 7 and 13, or 7 times 13, equals to 91. The entire association equals to the deck of cards, the 4 suits, as well equals to 3. Hold on a second. I spoke over myself. So this association is going to give you what is the rotation between the 7 days, rotating your vibration between 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 7. Let me just see something. What happens here if I do this? Check how perfect this number is. See that first number, 142,857, right? So multiply that 142,857 by any number. Doesn't matter what number it is. Four two eight five seven one. 428,571. Doesn't matter what it is. You can pick 8. 142, 856, 142, 8. Well, it's 856 because they're not giving me more than 7. When you use a half marker for the division of 7, okay, like 1.5 divided by 7. When you use the 1.5 divided by 7, what you're going to get is, you see the 2857 or 142857? When you see the 143 over here, it's back over here. See, if I would have did 15 instead of this, that 2 would have been on the other side, leaving you at 142857. So therefore, once I use the decimal, it leaves you on this side. We need to shift it over and find where the rotation is by moving over this decimal. I find full rotation. So, I mean, it doesn't matter what you write here, right? Look, I'm going to close my eyes, and whatever I come up with, see that number over here? See that number over here? The answer to that is 2 times 1.42857. It's because of the number 7. The cube is perfect. It's the only thing that rotates with number 7. The 6 times 1.1, whoop. $6.99. I can't get the 7. There is no 7th day. So all I have to do, because there is no 7th day, everything rotates in 6. So however we're getting to this 7th day, it can only be, according to numbers, it could only be getting us older, because there is no 7th day in this number. And we're surpassing what is 1.15. Is it 1.15? I'm just trying to remember what it is. 1.12. There is a number. 6 is the other side of the coin. 6 is the other side of the coin. Now, even if we ran this, 3, 6, 12, 24, 48. The 96 flips me to the other side. Let's try this again. 3. This is what the power of 369 is. 3, 6, 12, 24, 48. Flip it to the other side. 96. So what is 3? Is 96. 3 times 3, 9. 3 plus 3, 6. Just pretty cuckoo how it seems to work out, right? Are you eating your toenails there, champion? It's annoying. Denver, Denver, Denver. I'm rubbing your butt. Denver, 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 Denver. Relax, relax. Shh. Even the dogs have psychological problems, eh? Where's the other one? Yeah, I'm talking about you guys. You know, yeah, don't send any messages. These are the galactic beings, these animals. Animals! No, it's a human being coming into the room. Okay, so, oh my God, I'm just a little bit tired. Everything's all over the place. If anybody's got any questions, I'm open, because I'm not even sure where I'm going anymore. So we were talking about number 7. Number 13 is the same thing. The thing I didn't mention in this, and I'm going over this for months already, is these are the only two numbers. No matter what you do, right? I can do this. And once I divide it by 7, let me see if I can do this. 9, 28. Is this 6? Is that 6? 8, 5, 7, 1? I can't be right. Whoa, no, it's 4285. So this one over here, 4285, divided by 3 will be 142. Yeah, 142857. So that is going to be, it's going to be like 8 divided by 7. Or how about this? 29 divided by 7. Or how about 99 divided by 7? Same number. Because 7 is perfect. Now when you add them up, 7 and 8 is 15. Plus 4 plus 5 is 24, 25, 26, 27. So no matter what you do, whether you choose a 5 to divide it by, whether you choose a 5 to divide it by 7, and when you add them up, 714, 714, 285. 714 to 285. There's only 27. There will always be 6 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stop here. It repeats. 714. 714 repeats. There's only 6 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeats. And it equals to 27, 8 and 4, 12, and 2, 14, and 8, 22, and 5, 27. And even if I wanted to go and multiply it by 5, 5 and 7 is 12, 13 and 4 is 17, and 2, 19, and 8, 27. And then if I multiply that by 5, 8 and 5, 13, whoop, what happened there? Woohoo! What do I do? Oh no. Oh yeah, there it is. So then I do that, and then look, 8, 5, and even if I multiply it again by 5, 10, 15, 22, 23, 27, it's always 27. Number 7 is absolutely perfect, as much as is what is close to perfect, but there's 2 relationships when it comes to 13. Mars has 2 relationships, Earth has 1 relationship. Mars will rotate with 3, 6, and 9. I don't like that last statement. I have nothing to stand on. Does Mars turn with 3, 6, and 9? Just give me a second. Mars is 6, Earth is 7. Mars as well is part of it's just a mix up. I'm still trying to understand the intricacy of the web between Mars and Earth, right? Because it keeps going back and forth between 6 and 8, and it's a quarter, because what happens in gematria in the scaling of 7 is it goes 1 through 6, 7 connects, and then 6 through 1. So let's say this one's 6 and this one's 6. They both join here. Both sides join here. This side will be on this side. This side will be on this side. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the polars. Maybe it's reflecting these 2 down into the next, like if there's another, what do you call it? Another world. What do you call those worlds? Parallel worlds? Well, here's the transfer. Everything that goes on in one world, this thing can turn around 1,000 miles an hour, 3,000 miles an hour to transfer the information of one light into the other light year. Maybe they'll call it Buzz Lightyear. I don't know. What else is going on in here? Let me see if there's any questions, because I'm going to be off to the haystack. Hope there's no needles in this one. I know there'll be a couple of dogs. Don't know what else I'll find in the bed tonight. In my dreams, I find all the secrets. Numerical, hallelujah. So if you want to talk about Haley's comment or Ja, I'm not sure if you're still here. Aller means to go within the halls into the e-worlds. So hallelujah is a celebration. So I have to know where they're going for the celebration. And you can also say, is it the hall of the E world? Okay, the E is the 5. It's the power of the hall. I'm just trying to think. Or is it the power of all? Or is the 11 in hallelujah not an 11 at all? And neither is the L for you, but actually standing in for 3 L letters or 3 I letters or 3 ones. Talking about the 111. That's the other thing I didn't talk about. The presidential election happens, okay, the Tuesday after the first Monday in November. Why did they word it like that? Every 4 years, okay, the first Tuesday after the elections happen on Tuesday after the first Monday in November. That's the way it was worded. So if Tuesday is the first day, okay, of November, then you will have the elections on the 8th. I want to see where I wrote this out. Yes, so if November 1st was a Tuesday, that would be the 305th day. And that connection, 4 and 5, is a connection to the sun. It's 1-1. Is it a 1-1-1 connection? Just let me, yes, because of the expression of November being the 11th month with a 1, it's a 1-1-1 connection. 3 and 5 is an association to the Moon Electric Company. 3 and 1, 3 and 4, 3 and 7, 5, and I'm just give me a second. 5 minus 1. Just give me a second. 1, 5, 5, 2, 2, 5, and 8. Okay, 5 is with 2, 5, and 8. 1 is with 1, 4, and 7. So they create an ignition between them. Why am I saying this? When you get a gap, a separation of 2 numbers which equals to 1, you create an entire area space, although these are 3 numbers here, so it shouldn't have any bearing on this. What does that mean? 3 numbers, it means it gets the 0 says it's going to occupy a complete area space within itself, completion within itself. So we have 3 numbers inside of this. Well, anyways, November 1st, Tuesday, no election, 305th day of the year. It ain't happening. But we can have, okay, an election on the 306th day of the year, if it was a Tuesday, but not on the 305th day of the year, but on the 306th day of the year. So if November began on a Wednesday, right? If the first day was on a Wednesday, then just give me a second. If the first day was on a Wednesday, then the election would be held on the 7th day of the week. And that would be 7, 14, 21, 28, running the pole cycles. If it's on a Thursday, okay, it would reduce it down to 6. Here's the 8th day. Forget about this. I'm going to tear that out and redo it. If the elections, okay, if the month of November fell on a Tuesday, that means the elections would happen on the 8th. If the month of November fell on a Wednesday, it would It would happen on the 7th, the election. This is very powerful, okay? Constellations and power, that's what these two represent. I need to look a little bit deeper what's going on over here, right? This is the power of Christ over here. It's going to come into Mars, Earth, Mars, right? Earth, Mars association here, these two. This is in rotation of 7. 3 and 7 is 10, 17. If I ran it in rotations at 12, I'll run this at Gemini, and then Gemini again would be at number 15. But anyways, we're just talking about the election day, what's happening. The Tuesday after the first Monday is here. It would be on the 8th, the Wednesday, the Thursday, the Friday, the Saturday. And then if it was the Sunday, it would be over here. And now if it was the Sunday, right, it would be the first day of the 11th month. So 111, which is the heart of 666, they won't have the election. So, and it's every 4 years besides that. And for some reason, I haven't checked out yet, but it seems to be falling right now in the leap year where we're getting 366 days. Therefore, what I had mentioned as number 305, if that is correct, Halloween is now, instead of the 304th day of the year, Halloween becomes the 305th day of the year. 304 for 3 years, 305 for the next year. Electric company through the 7th gate. The doorway is between 3 and 4. The dice cube, here's your passageway. The same passageway. Look, when you see 1 and 6, right? Then you're going to see 2 and 5. And in between 2 and 5 is 3 and 4, right? So the heart of all the numbers are 3 and 4. The heart of the entire cube, the pinpoint heart, is at 3.5. If you cut out this heart center, hold on a second. If you cut out that heart center, right, the heart would be at 3 and 3. The 1 is what connects everything together in this cube. Getting a little bit tired? Anybody here? Yeah, so I just did that little thing on Hallelujah. Yeah, there's a lot more to it. It can be looked at as 11. How do we not know that they're talking today about how the Bible has inscribed the future? Okay, in the ancient times, could have been talking. They're talking about how it's talking about today. So I'm interpreting using the same. Am I allowed to say the word theology? Is that a word? I'm not really good with this stuff. So I'm just saying, who said that they weren't using the ancient times to talk about the future as we're in this, whatever it is, we're trapped or we're being put in, or we're born into these games. And who says we didn't choose to be here? There's a lot of people that are saying, oh, you didn't choose to be here. You're trapped here by the spirit, you know? Maybe. I don't know. I always thought as the spirit as pirate, something to do with a pirate. And I always looked at the King of Diamonds as something to do with the pirate, because missing one eye, the king, the K for king, the R for roi, the J for jack, the V for valet, the Q for queen, or the D for dame. These are different letters I work with. 2, 9, 1, 4, 8, 4. 28. It's the deck of cards. It's just the initials. Although it's just the initials, right, through the deck of cards, when we convert these, it tells an alternative story. Can you see the two pyramids here? One here, one here. And then the pyramid that joins the two pyramids in the center. This one over here, it splits the entire cube into one life. You see the way it's coming into it, funneling in, and now we're going to funnel down the center. A hexagon will come over here. I'll create another one of these. I'll flip this upside down, and I'll put it over here. When this Y flips over here and joins this Y, it'll be I of who I am joining the above with the below, making me being able to live between the two sides of the above and below of this, what you see here. Now, if you look to the Aztec, the Mayans, some of the pyramids, I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see it this way. I have to get down, but I'm like dozing off here, like ready to go to sleep, like these two dogs over here. There's so much, and I'm just like all over the place. I'm like, I gotta go to bed. That's it. I'm like fried. If anybody's got any questions, I don't mind staying up. So did you understand what was happening on the elections? It was based on 111. When the Pope passed away, it was on the 111th day. There's other connections with all the numbers. What is number 9? There are the rule duplication. There are 36 duplicate numbers, and there are 27 numeric individualities. Just want to see if I can show you this. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, let me find this. I can't end this until I show you this. I'm not happy with that last piece, but I'll have plenty of time tomorrow to make up for it. Television, November, number 94. Yes, November 94. 25 and 69, 29, 39, 41, 51, 60. Yes. Okay, so November, okay, Novem, okay, novia is to love. 11 does not get reduced. It's also an association of electric company and the breath. AIR is 19. Novem is 69. That is the rotation of the life and the breath. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. BER or BRE, whichever way you want to look at it, is going to be 25, representing Earth, representing the connection of the 7th gate. This is what happens. 5 times 2, 10. 5 plus 2, 7. The 7 and the 2 bring the air vents together. So how does this happen? 3, Gemini, air. 7, Libra, air. The movement of 4 within the house. 1 to 5 to 9, fire, fire, fire. 4 to 6 to 10, earth, earth, earth. 3 to 7 to 11, air, air, air. 4 to 8 to 12, water, water, water. 1, 4, 7, 10, cardinal. 2, 5, 8, 11, fixed. 3, 6, 9, 12, mutable. How do you forget? How do you not forget? It's so easy to remember because it's just a sequence of its reality. So I'm just repeating its sequence. I didn't create it. I just remembered it because they made it so perfect, it's easy to remember. And then there's association. What if I start connecting numbers? How are my cardinal signs going to mix? What is going to be the alchemy? I don't know. So if I went to somebody in the zodiac and said, what if I do this, this, and this? I'll learn because I know what my numbers do already. Hey, 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 how's everybody doing? Thousands of people joining. So we did this. Yeah, number 29, electric company. One thing, why don't we reduce 11? Has anybody ever mentioned it before? Should I say it now or should I somebody remember this? I'm not saying it. I've said it 1,000 times already. I don't want to say it today. There's only 3 of us here. Ask me privately, right? And I don't even have 1,000 likes, and I won't leave until I like myself at least 1,000 times. I'm probably me and you are the best customers here. If you like, help out the channel. I can't wait till Sunday when I get back home and I get to go to the dog park and I get to look at all the garbage cans and see how many cans are in there. It's unbelievable that if you went to every park after the game on Sunday at all the ballparks, there are like people running into these, so many cans, especially at the old Jarry Park. There's people all over. There's cans all over the place. Man, if you want to make yourself a quick 50, You know what I'm saying? You got the capabilities to run to the park and pick up a few cans. You know, the thing is, it's easier on a bicycle to walk around with 500 cans in a bag than to put it in a drive around your car. You know, imagine I show up in my Ferrari and everybody sees my Ferrari. I'm collecting cans and they say, "How'd you get that?" I said, "Everybody loves my Ferrari. They bring their cans to me." Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Have a good night. Let me know.